Let's see. It's green. On YouTube, it's green, man.
Weird.
How long we been doing this, Brandon? How many years now?
At least 13.
No, now it's working. Guys, all my fucking life, I have never seen that before. Ever. I fucking hate YouTube, dude. I really do. You know?
Yeah.
Well, we're deleting that one. All right, everybody, welcome back to the NDA Podcast. I'm Rob D. You're going to see art behind me that I drew before where we talk about new stuff. I work on things I can't stream thereby. You know, I can't. Folks, there was another part to the stream. We've been doing this for an hour like an hour. And it was fucking green the whole time. That's why that guy was saying green screen, Brandon.
Gotcha.
And I've been like, I've been streaming since 2010 and on YouTube since 2012, right? 12 years. Never have I seen that. Well, hey, thanks for bringing it up, Jonesy. Did you send me something, Brandon?
No.
Is there anything else that can go wrong? Hey, I got a question. Mario,
Wow.
on YouTube, I mean on Twitch, were you seeing green? Because I forgot to check it before I restarted the stream. Because Mario's watching it was watching us on Twitch. So I just want to know.
Gotcha.
Nah, some good old Spawn gameplay. Yeah. It's YouTube, guys. YouTube, man. You got me. So frustrating. Well, you know, Brandon, I blame myself for not checking everything when we started, right? Because I just assumed everything would be working. My bad. You're an audio video guy, Brandon. What would be causing that?
I had nah. No idea.
You're afraid to even comment.
Yeah, it's just like
Okay. Brandon's like, that's bait.
I know, because like one, I'm tired from working all day and also took my medicine, so I get a little
You're
sleepy.
tired.
I get a little tie. But I also don't want to say the wrong thing and have all the AV nerds come at me and be like, well, actually, it was this. I'm like, yeah, I didn't think of that. Or they're like, well, did you think? I'm like, yes, sorry, that is well, blah, blah.
Holy
It happens
cow.
at work. It happens at work. It's like, occasionally, like, we'll have some freelancer come in and he'll be like, da-da-da-da-da, and I'm like, yeah, we know all that. We know about the sight lines and the I'm so tired of it, the 180 rule or whatever, the 180 lie, like all the terminology bullshit. It's like, yeah, we shoot like live videos. We're not stands. Anyways, and we have people come in, and then if they ask me a question, I answer, and they're like, "Well, actually, did you mean this?" I'm like, "Okay, yeah, we use a different word here." It's always something. I'm just like, ugh, I just. Anyways, now when people ask me a question, if I don't have the exact answer, I'm just like, nah, I don't know, sorry. Well, shouldn't you know that? I'm like, you're right, I should.
Mega Man says just say it's dwarf magic because no one knows what that shit is. That's not true. Everyone knows how magical uh, Tyrion Lannister is, man.
Did you watch Ted Lasso?
Yeah.
I wasn't too happy with the ending.
Well,
Spoiler alert for anybody who
that's
hasn't
life.
watched it. But
We weren't too happy. We quit because he actually got his wife back and you didn't.
he did.
What?
That's good. I don't. I like that. That was good.
That's a legit question. What?
That was a good setup. That was good. That was good. I like that one a lot. That was good. But that's the thing, though. He think
Doth I detect a hint of jealousy?
That's the problem, though. They didn't show him getting her back, though. It just showed him like showing up to the house. Maybe he just showed up for his kid. That's what annoyed me. They left it so. Unless I was sleepy, but
well, they want to do another season, and he won't commit, so it's one of those open-ended things. You know, I don't like open-ended endings because but
right.
It's still better than the fucking Office and shit like that.
Oh yeah, the Office ending was. But no, I don't think they actually didn't show him get her back. He just showed up to see the kid, and that's what annoyed me. I'm like, come on, does he get her back? Does he not? Like everybody else shows like their ending, except for Ted. So that's why I was like, okay, are they going to do another season?
Sudeikis told a story about getting his wife back while going through a divorce. Man, that's the problem.
Yeah.
You want to write that story and go shoot while you're going through divorce?
Right. No.
But I love that scene where they all go on vacation to Amsterdam and shit or whatever, like that whole episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so. Eight viewers. That's probably why we weren't getting any viewers, Brandon. Because it was a giant green screen.
That could be it.
That's probably it.
And those for tuning in. I am blah 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 blah, and this is blah 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 blah.
Yeah, Brandon's blah 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 blah. The mighty blah 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 mega blah 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 tater.
Right. Formerly known as the Tater.
Formerly known as. Hey, Brandon, did you hear they're making a Madden movie?
Why?
Based on John Madden. With Nick Cage is playing John Madden, but it's about the video game.
Shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
You had me at Nicolas Cage is playing John Madden.
And David O. Russell's directing, the guy who did American Hustle and Three Kings.
This is gonna be bonkers.
Yeah, it's about like him getting another career, because I guess he did more than just a voice a game. He taught them all about football and how to,
Yeah.
He's gonna play John Madden about your favorite game.
That's wild.
I thought of you when I heard it. I was like, look at that.
Thanks. Hey, everybody, Rob does care. In fact, he cares too much. Somebody.
Hola, it's Espanol. Sorry, I do not. My bad. No good with other languages. I just draw.
Well, you should learn other languages, Rob.
Huh?
We'll
So
get to
sorry.
learning.
My dad was Hispanic. He adopted me, but he did not speak Spanish. Yeah, he was adopted by a Native American woman who was like, "You speak English now."
All right then.
My apologies. My hope is, if they actually were going to use AI for anything useful, it'd be that you could turn on any stream and it would convert it. You know what I mean? In our voices. It could just sample our
Right.
voices for like a minute and then automatically in real time translate to another language in our voices. See,
Right.
wouldn't that be useful, Brandon?
That would be. You made me almost like AI.
Yeah. But we don't get anything useful. They just steal art.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I know. There's this I forget her name. This girl that does like Harry Potter skits, like kind of like
Uh,
TikToks or shorts. She puts them on YouTube as well, so I imagine they're TikToks.
right.
But she did one
They're
like
all
about being
the
like an Italian Harry Potter, and it was like you can go to Hufflepuff or Snake, Slytherin, or the Mafia, and she's like, "What?" Like Mafia was what she
same. Yeah.
was, and then eventually like the Mafia's in Hogwarts. And then she did this thing where like a Mario voice was like, "You've mama your last Mia." I was like, "That's fucking hilarious." You mamaed your last Mia. So shocked that hasn't already been in a Mario game.
Yeah.
You've mamaed your last Mia. Like.
Yeah. Wonder how Mario feels about you doing a Mario voice.
There's no more appropriation than the Japanese making an Italian plumber that sounds like a this. Like. I mean, when Mario sleeps, he dreams of fucking meatballs and lasagna. So, what do you think?
Yeah.
Oh well. We just give him a pass because we love the game so much.
Mm-hmm. True that.
True that.
Mm-hmm.
Mario here appropriates Mega Man and Mario.
Whoa.
Yeah. You been drawing anything, Brandon? You been working on the skills, keeping up the
Oh
talents?
yeah. Oh yeah.
I saw you working on that fitness stuff yesterday. How's that going?
Not bad. I sent it to the guy yesterday, and he just asked me, he's like, "Hey, can you basically make her less chesty and make it a t-shirt instead of a tank top?" So I feel he wants it to have more of a modest feel, which is fine. I was like, "Yeah, I'll fix that." And then I got asked to do 8 sketch cards. Not, well, I mean, I'm going to get paid for it, but Andy kept hounding me about doing some sketch cards, and I was finally like, you know what? Sure, I'll do some. And it turns
Is
out
he a
it's the
sketch card
'90s.
rep now?
No, he does them a lot, and he just knew I needed to maybe get out of my rut because of the divorce or whatever. He's been hounding me about it. And I'm like, all right, you win. I'll try them out.
Are
So
those for like
luckily,
the services or for himself?
no. They're for some people. They pay you per
At
card.
like Westinghouse or whatever.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's some Kickstarter. I don't know what it's for. I don't know. I just Andy has done like a bunch for them, and he just sent them my way, and I was like, yeah. But the cool thing is, I got to do 8 cards, and it's '90s theme. Anything from the '90s. So I already mocked up all 8. I have,
You did Rush
uh,
Limbaugh?
yeah, I
What?
did the Green Power Ranger.
Okay.
I did Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
All right.
Uh, I like the cheerleader version from the original movie instead of the TV show. I like
The
her. Uh,
movie.
The movie.
The only thing good about that movie was Pee Wee Herman, was Paul Rubens.
When he died, he's like, ah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why when in the 5th season of the show, they opened up with Dracula as the villain, the actual Dracula. And they were like uncertain if they're like Dracula's not real, but if the vampires, but he was real and everyone hated him. Now they should have got Paul Rubens because the guy they got to play him was fucking a no talent. They should have brought Paul Rubens back for Dracula.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah, Buffy was originally a movie that released in 1992 with Luke Perry, Christy Swanson, and Paul Rubens. And Joss Whedon was quoted as saying he cried in the theater when he saw what they did to his script. So he ended up getting the rights back and then taking it to Fox Television. And so the original script he wrote, the events of that script are loosely what is what preceded the show when she talks about her old school and stuff.
Yeah.
So the events of the movie didn't really happen, but the events of the original script happened.
Yeah.
Because they changed it.
Okay, so yeah, Green Ranger, Buffy, Sailor Moon. And then I was going to do The Mask, but instead of doing The Mask, I decided to do Dorian, the bad guy, the big buff dude who puts the mask on. He's all roided out. I thought that
should
was...
have done The Mask.
Well, I haven't done it yet.
No one knows who fucking Dorian is. Just
all right,
do the regular mask. No one gives a shit.
Regular mask. Okay, fine.
Do the classic mask with the yellow fucking suit. Don't be all fucking...
Okay. Then
I got the blue lightsaber, Skywalker with the blue lantern thing. Yeah. With the blue lantern thing. Yeah,
I hate you. I hate you so much. Okay. And then I did Goliath from Gargoyles, voiced by Keith David. Great one. I did Freakazoid. So I sketched out a Freakazoid. I really like the Freakazoid. I did the... let's see what else did I do? One second.
No Crow,
huh? No, because it's on the back of the main card. I did the Eva 1, the Evo Unit 1 from Evangelion. I did a cool, him standing there with, the rain, and I have it all sketched out. I did little mini sketches. Maybe I'll post it on Instagram. And then...
Not Eva.
Yeah. No, I said Eva.
No, you said Eva.
Oh, mistake. But Eva 01. Eva-01 from Evangelion.
No, it's Evo.
Eva.
Evo, Brandon.
I'm too tired right now. Are you talking about the name of the
It's Eva. It's Eva. Evangelion is Eva.
Yeah, Unit 1.
It's not Evo, it's Eva.
I didn't say... If I said Evo, it was a mistake, and then you...
Yeah.
And now you got me all flustered.
Now it's Eva.
I'm so over this. And then I did the giant green monster from Space Jam, the Monstars. The one with the orange flat top.
Sure.
Because I wanted to do Space Jam characters, but I really like that one because he's all muffled out. So I've done 3 little sketches of him, and I'm pretty happy with it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know, Mario. It's Evo. Good call. Good call.
I don't want to open up Google. I love the movies.
No, it's Eva, Brandon. You're right. You're right.
I'm gonna fight you both. It's happening.
Yeah. You're good.
Anyways, and I met my mom, so I got limited markers, but I'm just doing a whole bunch of sketches here. I'll post some of these because I can. I think I can. I don't know. Should I check if I'm allowed to? I don't see why not. What? They're just sketch cards.
Do I what?
For this. Talking to me?
No, you're rambling, Rand. What did you say?
I said, I wonder if I should or shouldn't post these, but I'm pretty sure there's no NDA, so it probably doesn't matter. I can still post these little sketches.
I wouldn't post anything until they're approved out the door and you've been paid.
Okay.
Right. You want my advice, Brandon? Don't post nothing until you're paid. All right.
Okay. Oh yeah. Definitely. Good advice.
So, zombie. Brandon's back. I talked him into it, folks.
He did it. He did. He got me here. He offered me ice cream, so I'm just waiting on that ice cream.
No, I offered you a Fat Boy, but you thought it was ice cream. What I really meant,
You son of a bitch.
what I really meant was close your eyes. We have this Chinese takeout place across from our house, and they're tasty. You know, it's American Chinese food, but it's tasty, and they've known us for years. We order the same thing. One of the owners, the lady, she's really nice, and I go in there, and there's fucking 20 people lined up, right? And the girls working the register are new and moving with no sense of urgency, and the
Yeah.
wait staff is trying to like ignore and pretend there isn't a giant line. You know that move,
Yeah.
you know? And so um it's getting crazy, and I'm like, I'll just sit back and wait my turn because I know how this is gonna go. And finally
Yeah.
the lady that owns the place, she comes in the door and she's carrying just this box of drumsticks. I was like, I imagine she was gonna like celebrate or something after, you know what I mean? Like it was probably like a after work thing or something.
Yeah.
And but she just took one look and went, what the hell's going on? I'm like, and I just looked at her, I'm like, shrugged my arms, like, hey, new people.
Mm.
And I told the guy next to him, I'm like, it's all gonna be solved quickly now, you know. Don't
Yeah.
worry. Calvary's here.
That's funny.
She got us out pretty quick, but we were there for almost 20 minutes, 30 minutes,
Yeah.
lining up, you know.
Oh man. Sorry.
Fat Boys Rise. Mario is just getting the joke.
Oh,
It's now putting it together.
he's on a delay. He's puffing on that devil's lettuce, isn't you? Aren't you, Mario? That's why you're going slow. You got the green thumb, Mario. You gonna go see the new Crow, Rob?
No. No, I
Come
walked out
on.
of Crow City of Angels. I learned my lesson. They're never going to be able to replicate the first movie. Just let it go. I myself have an excellent idea for a Crow movie. I've told it to you, and I've had it since 1996, but it's never going to get made, so just let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
I got a signing tomorrow, Brandon.
Oh, hell yeah. What's the name of the place again?
Collector's Outpost in Meridian, Idaho,
Hell yeah.
near my house. They're the shop I always go to. I've been telling them for a year, like, I'm drawing a Spawn book. I don't think they believe me. I honestly don't even believe me until I walked in 2 weeks ago and we finally had the issue in their hands,
Right.
So
I mean, that's kind of funny though.
yeah, I'm sure they get a lot of guys who go in there. Oh, I'm doing a thing, like,
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of probably like when I wanted to make sure yours was getting ordered at the shop, that shop I got. I'm like, oh yeah, one of my best buds, he's on it. Yeah. I'm like, no, I swear, he's the real deal.
RD. The PO box thing is still a no. I don't know. I gotta see how much we're charging for a PO box around here, Mario. I'll work it out. I'm not paying any significant amount of money for like 3 people.
Yeah, right.
Otherwise, I'll just put them up in my, you know, my store when I have copies, and you'll have to get them that way. See, the mayor of Mesa, Arizona endorsed Harris Walls, Brandon.
Oh, nice.
Republican. He's like, yeah, I'm Republican, but we gotta stop Trump.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
Nice. I like that.
Have you guys got any of the right wingers buying up studio time lately? People don't
Not
know. Brandon works
lately,
at this
no.
place, and they're constantly getting right wingers. You
Yeah.
almost had Donald Trump Jr. in that place, right? Once.
That was me wanting to pretty much quit. It was supposed to be him and fucking Carrie Lake, and I was
Yeah.
like, I told my boss, I was like, I'm gonna have to take some PTO or something because if I'm here, I'm gonna say some shit. I was
Yeah.
like, I can't stand either one.
I got a funny feeling if you did, he'd be very quiet about it. I think that trash talking wouldn't fly in the face of you. I'm just gonna go on a limb.
Right. My boss, who's my friend, he would have been okay with it. He probably wouldn't have told the main boss because yeah, whatever. I am thankful for my job. I love it. It pays bills. My job itself can be pretty fun and easy. It's just time consuming, and like Kyle probably knows how like I mean you would know well because you watch enough shit, but it's like actual time you spend filming compared to just setting everything up is just
Well,
I'm
Kyle
not
would know more.
like
I mean, I've done a little bit of it, but Kyle would really know. Yeah,
yeah
film stuff is preparation.
yeah
So like James Gunn was coming out recently and said, yeah, he's not doing any reshoots on Superman because he doesn't really ever do reshoots. Like I think he did like a
yeah
day, like between 2 other films he did. And I'm sure that was like at Marvel's request. He's like, yeah, it really comes down to preparation,
yeah
and it's like, yeah. I mean, you spent all this time getting stuff set up, and then someone walks in your shot, Lottie fucking da da da, right? Like you understand
yeah
why Christian Bale gets so mad, right? Right, Brandon?
oh yeah it's it's there's a lot of people that can be very infuriating with stuff like this.
And studio time is expensive time, so it's like there's no time for
No,
fucking
yes, it
around.
is.
you know?
Yeah. Our studio is very expensive to rent. We have a lot of the state of the art stuff, and we got these giant LED walls in front of us and behind us, and so
And be careful, Logan Paul might raid you if there were riots again. Remember he was at the
right.
mall in Phoenix, raiding,
Yeah,
looting.
stealing shit.
Yeah, I don't forget, Brandon. What time is it? Is it really midnight? You do 30 more minutes, Brandon?
Sure can. You know it.
Mario says he raided a theater. Can this guy not do one thing? And this was before they had expensive popcorn buckets, right?
Yeah.
Jonesy says, is Brandon also Idaho based? Where do you guys want to retire? Move to Florida or Gatlinburg? Oh, he's saying that because Jonesy watches the Star Wars show. Don't move to San Francisco. Cost of living is the same. Maybe we should go dead places like Amarillo. No, he lives in Phoenix.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, close enough, Brandon. You want to give him your exact GPS location?
Maybe. No, I don't.
One, I don't know if I'm ever going to retire, but my wife assures me we will. And I think we're going to be probably retiring to Canada because her sister lives there. She can get us on a something or other. But and if we don't retire there, then we have this house. So,
I'm
I
gonna
could always.
retire at that house. That's where I'm gonna retire, buddy, at Rob's house.
I mean, I'd have enough to sell this, and we can go buy a really cheap place in Japan.
That'd be nice. You're talking about me and you, right? Not you and your wife. Like me and you running away together.
No, no.
Oh, come on, man. I thought you were talking about me and you running away together. I was like, yeah, hell yeah, let's do this, brother.
Potato and Louise.
Yeah. I was just kidding. Like I was just making jokes. It's all jokes. I don't want to. I don't want to run away with you. Nothing. Just,
Mm-hmm.
just cool, cool.
I'd have a better retirement plan if I didn't lose like $150,000 working for video game magazine companies. You know, I lost a lot of choice earning years, Brandon. You know,
That's funny. It's not funny, but it's funny.
I'm not exaggerating that number.
I know. Go ahead. It's funny, not funny.
But you never know. I might be able to turn comics into, I mean, not publishing for people like my own stuff, into
Yeah.
something that could cover. And if that's the case, then I'll move to fucking. I think Amsterdam will take people. I mean, I don't smoke weed and shit, but there's other.
Right.
There's not. There's non. You know, or there's chill areas that aren't just
You're
weed.
right.
Induced areas. But I mean, if I could choose, I'd probably move to Germany. That's where I was stationed. I loved it there. I mean, honestly, like if we had won the lotto, we would live in Germany and
Yeah.
vacation in Japan. That's what we would do. I get along with the German people and the villages and the. Honestly, Germany is probably my tempo.
Uh,
You know, nothing like being stuck in a bleak snowstorm on the train. Love it. And yeah, get a little hot wine or something. Wait, or well, now I don't really drink caffeinated beverages, so that might be a little bit of a pain. But I'm sure
right.
there's better options now than there was last time I was. I haven't been able to go back since like I haven't been able to go back in 20 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I have friends that are still there. Not much has changed, unlike here. But if I had to retire here, there's worse places. I wouldn't complain.
Right.
Brandon lives near most of these worst places.
Right. As long as the crackheads stay away from me, I stay away from them.
Yeah, Brandon's afraid of the crackheads.
Do not like the crackheads. Too unpredictable. Don't like that shit.
Tonight you will be visited by 3 crackhead ghosts. The ghost of crackhead future.
I hope not. Jesus.
You will learn.
I've made bad life choices, but never that bad.
It's just filled with Trumps, you know.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you love us, Brandon? We love you.
Right.
Come dig a hole with us in your front yard. Let's go scalp tickets at a Chappelle Roan concert.
Apple Road, but you're close.
Yeah, whatever.
HOTT. Yep. You never know. If you listen to Chappell Roan, you might like it, Rob. Got a very 80s vibe to it. Maybe you might like. You might be like, oh, yeah, I do like that. How about that? Yay.
I like Sunglasses Kid.
Like, what?
Sunglasses Kid.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I know you don't.
I'm just not cool enough. So we can listen to some Jazzy Jeff. I know you'd
I'm
like
already doing
that.
that. I'm already doing that. You guys can't
Dang.
hear it though. I have a mixer I can just block the sound off. So I play the music I can play for you guys, and I listen to my own music. Yeah,
You're so considerate, Rob.
how I roll.
We are lucky to have you.
Remember that shit talking when you need help with your art.
That's what I'm saying. I'm lucky. I'm lucky
Yeah.
to have you.
I know that move. I pulled that move on my wife tonight. I was like, you can go to bed. You got your pillows and your fresh blankets and your bed jet. And she was like, why are you saying it like that?
Right.
Yeah. What? I'm being supportive. She's like, no.
Right. I'm suspicious about Rob being supportive. I don't like it.
I don't trust it.
Exactly.
He's a mama, his last Mia.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's the simple ones that get me, you know?
Right.
I'm like, so clever. I'm surprised I haven't heard that before. Well, it turns out she got it from someone else, you know? But, I'll give her the benefits. First time I've ever heard it.
Right.
This week was my non-productive week where I get stuck on something, but then I have that, oh, now I figured it out and I can, I get a lot of work done. You've seen me do it before.
Right.
Yeah, but this was the non-productive week.
Heck yeah.
I go through it usually twice a year. I go through one of these spurts from like, no, and then boom. Well, I can't do monthly comics. It's not a reliable. I don't have a reliable talent.
Right. Oh. Okay. You okay?
Hey, what's up, Nick? Doing all right.
Hey, Nick. Go, Nico. Go inside. Go.
Yeah, we're about to wrap it up here. I'm just trying to get this one character done before I get going. Need my thoughts on the Skeleton Crew trailer. I have a theory that Star Wars, that Kathleen Kennedy, Dave Filoni, and Jon Favreau are interested in making Hallmark movies, not Star Wars movies, and I'm not interested in it. So they keep saying, "Oh, it's like Goonies." I'm like, "No, Goonies made penis jokes and
Yeah.
they literally cursed, and no, this is like Hallmark." So I have no interest in Hallmark Star Wars.
Right. Right.
I'm looking forward to Andor. Looking forward if they make some more Star Wars visions. But Star Wars needs to get with the. Stop saying you're the best thing ever, and Harry Potter has more violence than Star Wars.
Right.
You know, it's true.
Because Harry Potter's a gangster.
Uh, I think Lucasfilm should be buying historical fiction, like stuff like Shogun, and then just converting it into Star Wars. That's what I think.
Right.
Go find the best historical fiction books and turn it into Star Wars. Stop trying to
Yeah.
make up stories because they're clearly not good at it.
No.
Hallmark with but you can't. I don't even want to get started on the budget thing.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. They spent $300 million on an Indiana Jones movie, but then they're like spending 120 on a Mando film. Like they're like, we're finding out how to make Star Wars cheap. I'm like, don't make Star Wars cheap.
Yeah, no.
I really love that Avatar 3 is going to come out 6 months before fucking Star Wars Mando. And we'll see which one looks like the big budget epic and which one looks like a fucking made for TV movie.
Right.
Maybe that plus in Disney Plus stands for theaters. I mean, you know what I mean? Disney Plus, Disney theaters. We know how to make Disney Plus shows look more cinematic. Just put them on the big screen. See, now they're cinematic. We'll just change what movies look like. It really bums me out because like Greg Fraser, the cinematographer, helped them build stagecraft, and he shot the first couple episodes of Mando. He's the one who did the Batman, Brandon, and Dune and the Creator and shit, and like it should be looking like Greg Fraser. It shouldn't be looking like ABC TV. And I love Threads. It's pretty Threads is pretty positive, but when it comes to Star Wars, like, didn't you see Ewok Caravan of Courage? I'm like, yeah, we hated that.
Yeah.
Don't invoke Ewok in the holiday special. Like, that's not the Star Wars. You don't be learning from that. You're learning the wrong lessons.
Yeah.
Megan says, wasn't the OG Star Wars basically born because he wanted to make a current? No, he wanted to make Flash Gordon.
Okay.
Couldn't get the rights. So he took some elements from the Hidden Fortress in terms of a general, a princess, and two idiots during a thing, and borrowed some of the techniques of Kurosawa. But other than the general idea of the Hidden Fortress, there's very little Hidden Fortress in the actual first Star Wars movie. He did try to cast Toshina Kokichiro Mifune, Toshiro Mifune, as Obi-Wan, but Mifune didn't want to do it, so he got Alec Guinness.
Hey, get out of there. Come on. Let's go outside.
But really, he wanted to
Come on.
do Flash Gordon.
Let's go outside. Come on. Go
And
potty.
we're all the better for Star Wars
Outside.
not.
Let's
Stop
go.
putting George Lucas in. Look, guys, look.
Go.
I get it, he invented it, but you know, he lost his fucking mind after the
Yeah.
divorce. I mean, this goes back to 1983. You know, Luke and Leia are not brother and sisters. They're not. Gary
No.
Kurtz confirmed that. Ivan Kershner, like they all confirmed that that's not. That's why there's a love triangle in those first two movies. You know,
Yeah.
and Han Solo clearly won it, and then all of a sudden, Leia is no like. Also in Return of the Jedi, she should have been leading the battle. I felt this way since it was the first official opinion on a movie I ever had when I was 5 years old. I'm like, why was Princess Leia not leading the Battle of Endor in space? Han Solo and them should have been on the ground. She should have been leading the battle in space because she's the leader of the rebellion. She's giving everyone orders on the Hoth base. You know, she's a princess. She should be in charge, right?
Yep.
And it's like she's the one giving Luke the medals, not Admiral Akbar and shit, you know? So, but Rob, the Celestians weren't part of it. Yeah, shut up. So, like, it's just, I'll tell you why, because Lucas was mad at his wife, and so he diminished Carrie's role, you know, as she's cut the shit out of that stick. I firmly believe it. I can't prove it, but I firmly believe it. Just go read all the Rinsler books and shit, and you'll see what I mean. You know? So, Star Wars, I watched Shogun and I'm like, this should be Star Wars, not fucking this kid shit. And like, but Star Wars is always for kids. Then you know what? Enjoy your Paw Patrol with lightsabers. Have fun. All right? Have fun. Have fun with bluey Star Wars and shit. All right? I have no interest in it. So I'm here for Andor, and if they ever decide to grow the fuck up, you know, you can have fun Muppets and shit, but make the stuff at least operate on a MCU level. You know, I can't deal with Hallmark movies, Brandon. You know what I mean? I can't deal with them. So, and it's exactly, and Jason feels the same way, which is why we haven't done any shows, and we probably won't do a show until Andor comes out, or unless Jason gets, you know, some movie scoop news that he's interested in sharing. But you know, he's burnt out, man. I can't blame him. You know, we did the show 3 years, and Star Wars is getting worse and worse, and everything I've been complaining about for 3 years, they're just now going, oh yeah, it's true. You know. There's never before been a better time to not be I know, right? Mega says, I think it'll actually be more enjoyable if it was blue. It would.
Right.
And Lucas put Kathy in charge, so blame Lucas. And he trained Dave Filoni. How do you explain Filoni's crap writing on fucking Ahsoka? And I mean, he came in and despite what they say, he came in and rewrote a lot of shit on even Acolyte. Not that they had anything down. I don't think that show. Look, Disney Plus as a general needs to stop doing this thing where they don't make a TV show and don't really make a movie. You know, they do this thing in between. I don't like it. I don't like it for Marvel. I don't like it for Star Wars. Make a series or make a movie. Don't make a series, a movie pretending to be a series, but it's extended and it feels weird. You know? I honestly have said I'd really wish when it came to Disney Plus, they would just do one Marvel series and one Star Wars series. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, 13 episodes a year and just let that one series build. Stop doing all these little fucking like origin things as masquerading as TV shows.
Right.
Do Daredevil, do Blade, one at a time. Do 13 episodes for a couple years. You know, do something that you can do at a TV level, or do a Star Wars series. You know, like call it the Dark Times, and it's all about the times. You know, in between Star Wars and Empire, or Revenge of the Sith and Star Wars, or whatever. Call whatever you want, dude. But do an old Republics, whatever. But stop with this fucking. And this one's got the kids, and this one takes place in this timeline, and that one. Like, no one. Imagine if fucking Stranger Things every season wasn't called Stranger Things season 2; it was called something else, and it took place like in a random period of time. You know, no one's doing this. This is not the standard. They think because they're Star Wars, they're exempt. They can create the standard. I'm like, no, you suck. You know, you suck.
Yeah.
I mean, they're calling the movie Mandalorian and Grogu. You could have called it Heir to the Mandalorian. You know what I mean?
Right.
You could have called it, you know, The Mandalorian Strikes Back, or I mean, fuck, you call it any fucking thing. I'm like, imagine if Empire Strikes Back was called Han and Leia.
Yeah.
You know? And they do it all for tax purposes. I mean, the name of that movie is simply because they think people are morons and can't tell the Mandalorian and Grogu are in it when they watch a trailer and the Mandalorian and Grogu are in it, you know? But and they all call it Baby Yoda, man. They don't call it fucking Grogu. Like they can keep trying to make that happen, but no one gives a shit. So yeah, man, it's just like, all right, you know, keep making stupid shit. And I've told Lucasfilm this shit in 2012 when their shit wasn't selling and we were doing Star Wars shirts, and they're like, you got to find a way to make this sell. I'm like, you need to make a movie. Avengers had just come out. I'm sitting there with the sales rep, and I'm like, you got a fucking Avengers movie out. You got nothing. You haven't made a movie since 2005. If you started production today, you wouldn't have one out to 2015. I literally called all of it, Brandon. I'm like, you need to be relevant and cool. You're not cool, man. They keep trying to make this shit so little kids will want to go see cool shit. That's why little kids go see Deadpool. There was kids in the fucking theater, Brandon. You know? Made $1 billion. So it's like, stop, you know? Stop with this fucking nonsense of this. It's gotta be, or they won't, or parents will complain. Yeah, just season 3, season 4, season 5, like any other normal fucking TV show.
Yeah.
So I have no hope for Skeleton Crew. I have no hope for anything that Favreau, Filoni, and Kathleen Kennedy are running over in Manhattan Beach. You know,
Right.
None. I mean, I gotta watch a Boba Fett show where some kid gets eaten by a pterodactyl and sits in his stomach for a week. I'm supposed to believe that?
Right. Stop.
Are you kidding me? They even take shit that is cool, like when Boba Fett showed up, Mando was kicking everyone's ass, and then they give Mando a Boba Fett a show, and he sucks. You know? I'm like, what happened? Like, what happened? You had it all figured out. He had that cool, like, rotted armor and shit, you know? He was kicking everyone's ass. I'm like, then they gave him this matte, clean armor. Now, everything's so clean in the goddamn TV shows, man. No one's dirty. Except on Andor, that's it. And that's because that shit's ran by Tony Gilroy and his brothers. They stay out of it. You know, Gilroy, I mean, he wrote the Bourne movies. He's directed the Bourne movie. He knows how to run a production, you know?
Yeah.
So they just stay out of it. Because he made them $1 billion at the box office. But everything else, they're knee deep in, man. And I just don't give a shit. I don't care for it, Brandon. I don't care for it.
Yeah.
You want to go back to Schumacher's Batman? You think that's going to work?
No.
Like people go, Blue Beetle's a great movie. I listen to that guy's sister say she wants to take a shit 3 times in the first 15 minutes of the fucking movie. It is not literally her quote unquote. I'm not like paraphrasing, you know? And then she literally comes out the back room. Oh, I took a shit. I'm like, you just said it. You just said it, you know? I gotta get out of this movie.
It was more of a George Lopez movie than a Blue Beetle movie.
I
George
like
Lopez
the
was
main kid
character.
from Cobra Kai, but that's not a good movie, man. You know? It's as bad as the first Shazam, both Shazam movies.
Well, it's not continuity anymore, so.
I just hope they don't fuck up Daredevil. Yeah.
Right.
We're gonna find out.
Yeah, we will.
We're gonna find out. Because I did not like the way they did Kingpin in that.
Hawkeye.
Yeah, I like the way he started out, but when she fights him, it's a cartoon. Like he should have beat the shit out of her Thanos style, and she realizes it's not a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it turns into a giant cartoon fight, literally in a toy store. You know? I mean, he was better in Echo, but that was a heavily edited series too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like that. You know, if you can call that a series, it was a made-for-TV movie essentially. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just not liking the overall direction of Disney Plus. You know, do I like X-Men '97? Sure, but I mean, overall, the animation has been good, but a lot of the live action, it's just that it's not at the same level as House of Dragon or Shogun. You know,
Right.
it's just not. And like to me, that's the stand. That's what's winning awards. You know,
Yeah.
like if you're gonna claim to be the best fucking thing ever, you got to be operating better. You got to be setting the standard. You can't be riding your coattails.
Yeah.
You know. Fall Guy with Rosin Guys is a movie of the year for me. I really liked Fall Guy. I really wish that crew had Marvel had picked up that director and you know handed that dude Blade or fucking something. You know. Fall Guy was a good movie, but if I had to complain about Fall Guy, um, Aaron Taylor Johnson's a good actor, but they needed a real stunt casting for that bad guy. He just wasn't a draw in that film. They really should have got an actor who like an actual actor from the 80s that had like his career revived, like you know, because they were trying to make like a Tom Cruise like villain, but Tom Cruise already played a villain in Tropic Thunder, and you can't out Tom Cruise in that movie. So it's like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna do like Jason Momoa should have been the bad guy, or they should have got a guy who was an actor from the 80s, like Christian Slater or somebody. You know what I mean? That they could have,
Right.
who could have been like this guy who's like reviving his career, doing his own stunts, like something like that. You know?
Right.
Yeah, the whole Bo DeMeo thing is a fucking nightmare situation, dude. It's getting weirder every day. Um, I'm not talking about production, all right? I can't tell you what it's like on set. I'm not even going to get into that. I'm talking about the quality of the shows, you know? And
Yeah.
overall, they've been pandering to 4-year-olds. I mean, even the DuckTales cartoon is more mature than half the Disney Plus shit. The 2017 DuckTales cartoon,
Yeah.
it's great, and they canceled that. Assholes. But if you're wondering what my track record is, I saw the footage of Acolyte last year and Skeleton Crew, and I said, it was a year ago, dude, and I said, for some reason, the Acolyte looks like a Hallmark show. Yeah, I don't understand. And I said,
Right.
the cinematography on Skeleton Crew looked better, but I find it odd that they say all the lead characters are kids and they didn't let any of the kids talk in that test footage. I mean, the Goonies is about banter. Stranger Things is about the kids when they're all together. Same with that Turtles movie, right? The Turtles movie, although I
Right.
don't care for the fact that they just went with mutants and there's no ninjas and shit in it, you know, that angers me to no end. Um, but the kids they cast are great, you know, the voice actors and stuff, and how they
Yeah.
talk over one another, like they're great. They got excellent chemistry. If it wasn't for them, I you know, I would have walked out.
Right.
I need ninjas in my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, guys. I know that sounds crazy. Um, but when Strange New Worlds looks better, Star Trek Strange New Worlds looks better than Star Wars. Star Trek's looking better than by a
Yeah.
long mile, Brandon. By a long mile. You know have you watched Strange New Worlds,
No.
Brandon? Get that one. You can watch it with the girl. It's got good relationship stuff in it. You know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's got humor. It's got some corny moments. It's got good stuff. But you're gonna look at the visual effects alone and go, "What the fucking a?" Even the interior set design is brilliant. And I'm like, "What's Star Wars excuse?" Oh, I know. They're morons.
Right.
There, solved it. And it's not a Disney thing. Lucas fucked up Star Wars plenty. You
Oh yeah.
realize the reason why there's no 4K fucking Attack of the Clones is they can't upres that shit because the digital video is so fucking bad, right?
Yeah.
Like, what a moron move shooting those films on digital video. Well, it really pushed the envelope. Who gives a shit? Shoot them all on film, man.
Yeah.
They look slightly better with Revenge of the Sith, but not really. Oh, horrible. At least the Phantom Menace was shot on film.
Right.
Yeah. Now, obviously, the technology's there. You can do either or. You can't tell the difference, but Jesus. 2002's digital video. Almost got this fuck. That's the problem with this thing, man. When we start doing troubleshooting, I lose out on drawing time.
Exactly.
All right, so I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow night. Brandon, you gonna be here tomorrow night or no? You got an audience.
I don't know. I don't know yet.
You don't know.
I have to. I don't have to. Going with the new girlfriend to a kind of family function thing. So
Oh
depending on when
man,
that's done.
Latino families party all night.
I know. I know.
Half my family's Mexican, folks. I don't want to. Don't be saying I'm
Yeah.
racist and shit. You fucking know them cookouts. There, you know.
Yeah.
And you know it's really hit at zenith when the Mexican music stops and they put on Eminem or some shit and start laughing, right? Like that's my favorite. They put on the white kids music. So good.
Hey, when do I work?
You gonna bring me back some carnitas or?
You know it.
I don't like tamales.
Uh,
I don't want none of that shit.
we'll figure it out, but I'll be back on more in the next couple days for sure.
I like
I
corn
can do it.
tortillas, but I hate tamales. I hate it. Don't like them. Don't like them. You don't like tamales? No, I don't like tamales. It's like Japanese folk don't like root beer. You ever watch Japanese try root beer?
No, never. And there's none in Japan. There's none.
Brad, I'll send you a video.
There's no real soda in Japan. There's Coca Cola,
Right.
and that's it. Like there's
Yeah, but
really
they drink like jellies, you know?
they. Oh, I love their jelly drinks. Oh my
Yeah,
god, like
yeah.
it's so. Good. I was literally just telling my girl that the other day. I was like, listen, there's this jelly drink, and she looked at me like I'm a disgusting human being. She goes, a jelly drink. I'm like, well, it's like jelly, but then there's like these little pearl like
Yeah,
boba balls, and she's like,
yeah.
what? I'm like, but it's a drink. She's like, it sounds like a jam. I'm like, no, it's a drink. I swear, it's just it's in a pouch. It's so
Right.
good.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll be back on though. I will make an effort to be on more. I can do that.
Okay, Brandon.
Okay.
You said it. All right, everybody, man. I'm gonna roll. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye.
Appreciate it, everybody.